Hi, me again. I wanted to talk to you about the dentures. It's been a while since I've had them out. My teeth pulled out. I had 9 teeth removed. It was the 26th, somewhere around in there, maybe a little earlier of November or a little later. I had 9 teeth left, and one of them had broken, and it was cutting into my cheek and tongue. So I went in to have the dentist fix it, and I asked him, are you going to just pull the one and pull the other 8 in a few days because we had made an appointment for the first? Or are you going to just pull it now? And he had a cancellation, pardon me, he had a cancellation right behind my appointment. So I was the last appointment for the day. And he's like, if you want to do it now, we can do it. And I did an earlier video the day I had them pulled. And I'm telling you, it was no picnic. Getting 9 teeth yanked out at once is disconcerting and a bit painful. He had more trouble getting me numb, though, because I had some real nerve problems with the teeth right here in front. I know I'm not wearing my dentures right now. It's kind of like taking your shoes off once you finally get home after a long day. All you're going to do is kick your shoes off and put your feet up. For me, it's take my shoes off, kick my feet up, and take my teeth out. But maybe it's an age thing, I don't know, or a denture wear thing, but I'm still getting healing because I had one long stitch. He had to do bone work, and he said it will take months for that to fully heal. So that's probably why I don't like wearing them all the time, is because it's still somewhat painful. I still have blisters because I'm getting used to the dentures too. And salt water is going to help that, or just what I've been doing. I've been taking actual salt and just rubbing it on my gums, and it seems to help. It's going to make you drool a lot because, the salt will produce saliva. The first couple of days, I'd say the first 3 days are your hardest. The first night especially is really hard if you're having more than one tooth pulled, extracted. Because, everything's mad and upset because of what you did to it. By day 3, you're doing okay, but you're still pretty much slurping shakes and eating liquids. And they told me to wear the dentures for the first 3 days. Well, by the end of day 2, my bottom gums had swollen so bad that it slipped out. The bottom denture came off, and I couldn't get it back on. A week after, they had me come back in, and he marked where the dentures were rubbing on the inside of the denture, and then he wanted me to put it back in, so he would mark on the mark would transfer from my dentures to my gums, so that he could see on the gum where it was rubbing. It took 3 tries to get the bottom denture on. I was still that swollen, and I look like a chipmunk. I'm not the greatest looking person on the world right now because this is loose skin. I was 350 pounds 2 years ago. Now I'm about 200. 190, 200, depends. I'm happy there, though. But that's beside the point. We finally got it marked, and he was able to stretch the parts that were rubbing. And so I was able to wear them more on days 4 and 5 and then start. But I still wasn't able to eat with them. That's going to come. It's, I don't know, 13th or 14th of December. And I don't know exact date here, but it's that far in, and I'm just now learning to eat with them. And when you get them, you're going to have to learn to speak again and eat again, because you've got this foreign thing in your mouth that you're not used to. So your speech is going to be a little funny. Your eating, like if you like peanuts, for example, when you eat them, they're going to get, if you're not careful, it'll get under the denture and can create a sore or a blister. So be careful what you're eating until you know how well your dentures are going to fit and seal. And then even after that, if you need to, I keep a little travel tube of denture adhesive in my purse. If I go out somewhere and I have to eat out, and I get something under the denture, I'll just go in the bathroom, take it out, rinse it off, add a little more denture glue, and then go on. Now, he said after about 6 months, he's going to have me come back in, and he's going to fit a liner. But because he had to do bone work with me, it's going to take that 6 months for that all to be completely healed. Your bite pressure so that you can eat in your dentures without pain is going to take quite a while, because I still have problems with it. I'm still not comfortable eating. And when your swelling goes down, you'll be able to start feeling the gums heal if you run your tongue over it. And you can feel like the bones be covered in the gums. You can feel the bones. You get used to that really quick. But the blisters come and go. They will eventually stay gone, but you're going to have to deal with that. The drooling, because you've got a foreign object in your mouth, give it the first week and that should lessen up. It should progress to be not so bad. And I actually don't mind wearing my dentures, especially first thing in the morning, because I have a nerve that hurts in the top of my mouth when I don't have them in. But I need to give my gums time without them so that I can finish the healing process. Don't expect you know, oh good, I got dentures, I can go out and eat a steak. No, I would not advise that. Don't go out and do anything you have to have bite pressure or chewing, even though, especially when you first get your dentures, you're going to be numb and think, oh right, I can do it. Don't think that. Don't do that. You're going to hurt yourself in the long run. Give yourself time and be patient with yourself. Let yourself heal. And, you're going to feel a lot better. I can see myself as I'm doing the video. And I know I look better with my teeth. But I've also been through enough surgeries that I know I've got to let my body heal before I expect too much of it. And that's true with anybody, but that's true especially if you get a tooth extracted. You've got a hole in your jaw and it's got to heal. You can't expect to jump right back on the bicycle, so to speak. Be patient, give yourself time, gargle with salt water. Drink, if you like shakes, spoil yourself. Have some shakes, It's not going to kill you to spoil yourself a little bit till everything heals. But it will heal. And depending on how many teeth are extracted or what they have to do before you have your dentures, it could heal pretty quick. Mine will be slower because I'm a slow healer naturally, and they had to do a lot of work. So that's what's been going on with the dentures. I meant to make this quite a while back. I meant to make it right after I made the first one, but I'm sorry, I just didn't feel like it. I'm sure you can understand. You can do it. You can get through dentures and teeth extractions. It's not a picnic, but if you know what you're facing, you're okay. And I think the hardest part for me was the needle. Getting the needle in my jaw. I'm okay if I can see a needle, but not being able to see it made it, for me, worse. Some people don't like seeing the needle. I prefer it. So it took some courage and a little more needles than he expected. Now, they did offer, laughing gas or some kind of gas, but I'm on seizure medicine and it's a brand new one that we just started, so I was not sure about interactions. I wasn't comfortable with the idea of mixing the gas with new medication, knowing I would also have to have shots and whatever. So I opted to go with the shots. And to be honest, once you're numb, it goes pretty quick. It goes pretty quick. Once you're numb, they're out. It sounds a bit weird because you can hear the bones. So expect some sounds and a lot of pressure. And now I have too small of a jaw for this to work for me, but if you have trouble holding your mouth open and your jaw's not abnormally small boned like mine, they can ask for bracers that they'll put in the back of your mouth to hold your mouth open, and it'll lessen the pressure or the strain on the jaw muscles. Toward the end, I had to have the nurse actually holding my jaw open because I couldn't do it. You know, my muscles are very weak, and don't, like I said in the other video, don't be afraid to tell them to, you know, make a signal or something with their hands to tell them, I need a second. I had to do it 4 times, not because I wasn't as afraid as I thought I would be. I thought I was going to be very afraid to have them extracted, because when I had the rest of my teeth, other than those 9 taken out, I was asleep. I had an oral surgeon do it. And so this was very new. I'd never had any extractions before in my life, and I was, to be honest, terrified. So I think for me, not knowing the exact date and just having them have a cancellation and be able to slip it in there instead of repairing the 1 tooth and then waiting till the day we knew we were going to do it, for me, that made it a lot easier. Some people may be different. You may want to know ahead of time. And don't drive yourself home. Get someone to drive you, especially if you're going to use the gas or a combination of the gas and the shots or whatever. Even if it's only 1 or 2 teeth, just have someone drive you home to be safe. I would much rather y'all be safe. Now, I really like my dentures. I went for a look that was more normal, more natural looking, not smiling, you're blinding them with your teeth. You know, I wanted it to look like they were really natural teeth. My mom, when she had her dentures, she went with as white as she could, which is good for her. It looks good on her. I wanted something more natural for me. Do what you think looks best for you, not what someone else says, oh, do this or oh, do that. This is your body. It's your body part, even though it's removable. Do what's best for you. I hope this helps. If you have any questions, leave them in the comments and I'll get back to you. If you're getting ready to go through this, if you're scared, if you want to talk, drop me a comment and I'll contact you and I'll help you through it. But you can do it. Have a good night. God bless.